Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Boss Ravioli Queens with your hosts, Boss Lady Amy,
Nicole Ravioli,
and Jasmine the Queen.
So today in this episode, we are going to be talking about technology and how it's evolved. This episode is called Techno Talk.
Mm-hmm.
So,
blah, blah, blah.
Bitch, please. So this episode, we're going to be talking not only about how it's evolved in healthcare and like in the medical system, but also in other ways as far as like social media, phones, computers, all of that jazz.
Mm-hmm. And all that jazz.
Ow.
So I don't know how many of you caregivers out there remember paper charting.
Mm. It hurts. It hurts.
0 out of 10 would not recommend.
Just the incident reports alone, because I worked in behavioral,
My
my hand hurts
hand.
so bad.
The pain is back. I like literally feel it in my wrist.
Carpal tunnel.
I can literally feel it.
I already had that, but like from a factory job, so.
I know. I had it from jerking off too much. No, I'm just kidding.
Why?
Oh, I thought you still had water in your mouth. I was like, please don't spit it everywhere.
Anyways, moving on. Yep. The BRQ roller coaster.
We're so sorry.
Anyways, paper charting was a bitch. You literally had to handwrite everything.
Everything.
Mm-hmm. Usually there was like check boxes or like places where you would initial, but doing that for 4 residents where there's like a million different things that you have to initial for each resident gets old.
Mm-hmm. And then when you have to add stuff like behavior incidents or like any type of incident, honestly, it just becomes so much more, a lot longer. It's just horrible.
Oh, and the staff comm logs.
Oh my
it's
God.
Like I literally already wrote out all the charting down on these residents. I also gave you a verbal report. Do I really have to write down what I did during the shift as well?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because shift report just isn't good enough.
It's also
made dinner.
The also book where they leave backhanded.
It's called the bitch book for a reason.
Yeah.
So the official name is the communication book. It's usually just a notebook. It has the Sharpie writing on the front, communication log.
Must be read and initialed at every shift change.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep, and that is where everybody gets really bitchy towards each other.
It's the bitch book.
Because I think we've talked about
shift last night didn't mop the floors.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm pretty sure we've covered shift wars on here, but just to give you a little refresher, AMs hates Knox, PMs hates AMs, and Knox hates everybody.
Everyone. As someone who used to work them, I can tell you this is true.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Because Knox has to deal with both of us.
We should do an episode called Shift Wars.
We should. I've got so many stories. Oh, do I have stories?
But anyways, at least technology has come far, and now they have like new electronic charting systems, and what is a bunch of them? They have
EMR.
Yeah, they have EMR,
Matrix
Epic,
Care. Epic.
PCC, point click care. I hate point click care.
I'm pretty sure PCC and POC are part of like the same system.
Yeah, I think so.
So PCC sucks, and that's what I have to use. That's what I have to use. But I've learned how to navigate it pretty well.
I'm using Epic right now, so.
Oh, I've heard Epic is really good.
I like Epic actually a lot.
I use ECP.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. It's very
ECP
similar.
I liked
it's
when we
similar
used
to
that.
PCC.
Yeah, ECP wasn't too bad, other than when like the system would go down
Yeah.
for hours on end.
Yeah.
Because then you have to go back to a paper MAR.
Mm-hmm.
And if the house lead didn't print off a paper MAR, you were just screwed. You're like,
yeah, because you can't go back and
you're just
get
reading
it.
every med card. Like, am I giving this at the right time? Is it labeled right? Like,
Which you're not supposed to do.
No. And like, thank God I had longevity at all my caregiving jobs, so I knew the residents' meds like the back of my hand. But if I was at a different house and that happened,
Yeah.
I was so terrified.
Yeah, it's not great
Mm-mm.
when your charting system
No
goes
bueno.
down.
No fucking
It's bad
bueno.
news bears. Mm-mm.
Bad news bears. But I mean, even so much technology has changed. Even like scans and stuff that they can do mobile X-rays and stuff now,
Mhm.
compared to having to take you to X-ray or
Eyeball. Sorry.
Or I mean, even for my job now doing phlebotomy, they have like mobile devices where I can scan everything in,
Yeah.
all the blood work in, which is nice because it used to be like just a computer thing, or you'd have to write everything down by hand.
When I was in the hospital, like when I had my son, I had this band in addition to like my hospital band
Mhm.
that had this barcode on it. And then for every medication they gave me, they would scan the med, scan my band, scan the med, scan my band.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like, this is crazy.
They still do that. It's just a little faster now.
Yeah, a lot faster.
It's just like,
But it's nice though because it verifies
Mhm.
that they're giving the right med to the right person.
yep.
Yep.
And then they would have to scan their little computer thing, and I'm like, this is just
Yeah, it's
wow.
not like they come in and they ask you who you are and your date of birth like 7,000 fucking times a day.
They did that.
I mean, we
as
still
well,
kind of
but-
verify that before we scan everything.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like in the hospital, like now they can just scan the bands instead of verifying over and over and over again
Yeah.
for like their 2-hour rounds and stuff.
Yep,
Yeah,
they
that's
did.
true.
They had me verify like when they came into the room, but they didn't need to like go over each medication with me now,
Mhm.
which was nice. And then, oh my god, my son had so many bands. He had mine, he had his, and then he had the little ankle shut your face.
I know.
He had
I'm
the
just
little
actually
ankle
kinda
The little ankle monitor, like the baby ones.
tired.
Like, I just think it's really funny because it's like
An armful of bands and an ankle monitor.
but it's just crazy, like
Her
how
little man's
technology
going to
is.
prison.
I know. His little baby band. He committed the baby crimes.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Now, yes.
Yeah, valid.
Yeah. But it's just wild. And that was like almost 5 years ago. My son's almost 5. And now it's probably even more advanced.
Yeah.
Probably. Healthcare and like hospitals. I mean, I know that's like overall healthcare and everything. But it's just ever evolving. There's
It
new
is.
things every day.
Yeah. All the time. But that's not the only technology evolving. So I don't know about y'all out there, but like I grew up in the 90s where it wasn't like completely technology yet and stuff was like older, like dial-up internet.
Oh.
And they look like the computers look
Landlines?
like
Landlines.
dinosaurs.
Landlines.
So-
Yeah, you had to memorize phone numbers.
The
I
freaking
remember that.
IBM
My-
computers, like the original, the OG with like the green text.
Yeah.
Ah!
So shout out to Mom and Dad Boss. They got cable my senior year of high school. They got high speed internet after I moved out. My dad to this day still has the same white computer that he had in 1997, the year I was born.
No.
So, hi, Mom and Dad.
Ah.
Love you.
Hi, Mom and Dad Boss.
My dad would have. We didn't really have internet at all.
Yeah. So.
And then we had the computer, but like my dad was too cheap to pay for the internet.
Yeah.
We did have cable because my mom basically demanded that.
Uh-huh.
But we still had even when like flat screen TVs started becoming a thing, we never got one. We still had the boxy ones.
It took my parents a while too.
Yeah, it took
Man, can you please lay
forever.
down?
So this is really funny looking back on it now, but this was like a legit serious argument I had with my dad when I was 17 years old, and I will never forget when We were arguing. I don't remember exactly how it started, but we were talking about his computer because I needed to do schoolwork.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember he was like, well, when I first got this computer, it was state of the art. And I just remember
back when I had to walk uphill both ways 5 miles in the snow.
Literally.
So I just remember yelling at the top of my lungs so vividly, oh yeah? What year was that? And he was like, 1997. And I said, that's the year I was born. That was 17 years ago.
Oh my God.
And now, like, looking back on it, I think it's so funny, but I just remember being so mad. Okay, now, Dad, let's see if you remember that. Have Mom text me.
Oh, but the evolution of cell phones too, when those first came out.
My dad refuses to get one, so.
So originally my mom had the Nokia brick phone.
My parents, the first cell phone that they got were the Motorola Razors.
Okay, but listen though, because my mom needed it for work for a little while, right? So she like bought her own because it wasn't company provided, which it should have been.
I actually lied. They did have that cell phone. They did have that old bricky cell phone.
No, the little one though. It was.
No,
like,
I'm talking about the one that looks like a normal.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
with like the little flip down thing.
They did have one of those, and then they gave it to me as a toy as a kid.
Okay, so for me though, it was the little like it was like this big. It was the Nokia brick phone, and you could play like Snake on it and shit.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
I can see it in my head.
I can't.
I know you can.
Fucking aphantasia, bro. Anyways, my goal now is to burn myself before either of these bitches can burn me. Mostly Jasmine, though. Mostly Jasmine.
I was gonna say, I usually don't do that.
Usually you're nice.
Occasionally I do that. Well,
usually. Anyways, after the Nokia brick phone, I had an LG flip phone.
Vividly.
It was just like the one with the little LED light up screen on the outside.
Oh, yeah.
And like, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. T9 texting.
Yeah. My first was like I think an LG flip phone too, but it was like a fucking, what's it called? Like it wasn't even prepaid. It was just like one of the. It was kind of prepaid, I guess.
Just one of the ones that you put minutes on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was prepaid then.
Oh, okay. Whatever. But, like, yeah, I liked that. And my mom's like, you can only use your minutes to call me.
Wait.
And I texted the shit out of that.
Wait. Do you guys remember when calling was free after 9 p.m.? You didn't have to use your minutes after 9 p.m.
Or when somebody did call you not after 9 p.m. and you're like, what carrier do you use?
Yes! Oh, that's right, because the calling was free if it was the same carrier.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot all about that. That part of it.
Like, if it's before 9, hey, is this an emergency?
Right?
No? Okay.
You make it, your phone calls were quick.
Yes.
Unless it was
on the phone for 2 minutes, I have to go.
Unless it was after 9 p.m. on a weekend, and then you're like 3-way calling with all of your friends.
Yes. Oh, and let's talk about the landlines though, because if you had your own phone in your room, it was still connected to the landline, like the original one. So your parents would like kick you off of the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you got so good at listening for breathing.
Or they would listen. My grandpa does that. He listens in on the conversations through the landline.
I could see that.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Or you start hearing the dial-up tone. Oh, someone's trying to use the internet.
Yeah. Oh, let's talk about being online or whatever and having to get off because your parents needed to use the phone.
Yeah.
So pissed every time. I'm on AOL Messenger. Leave me alone.
Talking
I
to
would get
stranger on the internet.
Literally. I would get fucking pissed though. I'd be like, can this wait?
I used to, oh my god, I would spend hours and hours playing, what what was that? It was a dress up game.
Barbie dress up.
No,
I spent hours and hours playing Lego Island. When
I spent hours and hours playing Captain Kellogg. Because you have like the lemmings or whatever.
Yeah.
I would spend hours playing that game.
Oh
I would
my
also do
God.
typing games. I thought
Yep.
those were so fun.
Yep.
Especially, I can't remember what it's called, but I can picture it in my head. It was like the little alien spaceship, and then it was like do 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 do.
Oh!
And it would blast the words,
So,
and
like,
you had to keep typing.
Galactica
Or
whatever.
like Space Invader?
Oh no, those are arcade games that we're thinking of. She's talking about typing.
It's a
one.
typing game, but it was
I do
designed
know what you're
to
talking
be like
about,
that
though.
though.
I
And you
do
could, like,
know what you're
blast
talking
the
about.
words.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so fun.
Yeah, I liked that one.
Oh yeah, those learning games.
Yep. I remember like what was it? It was like one of the first computer games I ever played. But it wasn't the Captain Kellogg one. It was different. Or Captain Crunch, Captain
Oh my
Kellogg,
God!
whatever.
And do you remember when they like finally started coming out with like smartphones and
Oh,
and like those and you could tell who the rich kids were because the
they
rich
all had
kids
one, and we
had
still
one.
had the Motorola
Yeah.
goddamn Razor.
Because they had a smartphone and everybody would gather around and be like, oh, cool! And they could like
Was
get
that
on the internet.
touchscreen?
Yeah.
Do you have data?
Do you remember?
Can you look at the internet?
Jasmine gonna die.
Do you remember when everybody started complaining about when phones started going from the slide up keyboards and stuff to like just touchscreen?
Yup.
And people were so mad about it, like,
Losing their
I'm not gonna get a
minds.
fucking touchscreen only phone.
I thought they were cool. I thought touchscreens were the bomb.
I thought it was cool at first, but I'm like, I like my keyboard.
That's true.
And now that I have a touch phone, I'm like, I don't ever want
I
a
could
keyboard.
never.
I
Absolutely
know.
not.
I remember
Trying to go like this
Dude.
now? No.
dude. The BlackBerry phones.
Oh my God.
Those were all the fucking rage. All the rage when I was in like middle school.
Yeah,
I
because it's
think.
like a mini handheld computer.
Yeah,
I had
so that
my
was my
sister's old
mom's.
one.
After my mom got rid of the Nokia or whatever, I'm pretty sure that was the first phone she got.
I never got into the Blackberries though.
No, I didn't either. I thought they were dumb as hell. But
Oh.
my mom was like, "Look what I can do."
I did get one of the phones when Microsoft was trying to make phones. Like the ones that
Oh, the Windows phones.
yeah, the Windows
My
phone.
friend had
It was
a
so
Windows
bad.
phone.
Uh-huh.
It was so
I know. I had a
bad.
friend that got one, and I was like, "How the fuck do you even use this?"
It was so bad. Like, and it was literally like your main menu was panels. It was like the Windows panel. It was so bad.
I know. I had a friend who
And you-
had one.
And you couldn't even get all the apps because Windows doesn't release all the apps yet.
I was like, I remember. I was like, add me on Snapchat, and she was like, oh, I can't. I was
Because
like-
Windows didn't have Snapchat.
She was
Yeah.
like, if you want to get their version of Snapchat, you could download it. And I was like, I'm
I
not going to
don't.
be doing that.
Oh, speaking of Snapchat has come a long way.
A long way.
I remember when it was literally like just pictures, and they only
You could
had
do,
the
like-
time limit. Like you
Mhm.
couldn't change it.
And you,
And not only
you
that,
had
but there
the
were
line
no
of words.
filters. If you looked like a bag of biscuits, you were looking like a bag of biscuits.
Seriously.
Not even those high angles are helping.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
We really have come such a long way.
I
Oh, for
remember
real.
when they came out with the like second line, and that was like
You mean for
Mhm.
landlines when you can
no
have like
for Snapchat.
Oh.
Yeah, because you can only put so many words.
Yeah.
I low-key miss when you could screenshot stuff and people didn't
For
know
real?
about it.
Screen record.
Yeah. You can't do that either.
No. That's what I was saying. Like,
It's kind of a bummer, honestly.
Yeah, they get a notification.
and like, I get it. Like,
I get it.
but at the
yeah.
same time, if you're worried about nudes or whatever being leaked or whatever, like, don't do it then. Simply do not do it.
What else has come along? Like
Simply
Instagram.
the best.
Instagram's pretty the same still. That
It's the
We're
same-
better
Instagram,
now.
Instagram and
same
Facebook
concept.
have like the same kind of layout now, but it's still a little bit different.
Can we
'cause
talk-
Instagram is mostly.
Can we talk
pictures.
about when when TikTok released and became popular, how YouTube, Facebook, Instagram all followed suit with their reels
and shorts.
Yup.
But can we also talk about how TikTok started off as Musical.ly?
Can we talk about how TikTok fucking is the new Vine? And
I was so
sad.
I loved Vine. I was
so
so
sad that
addicted.
it was gone.
I know, Vine was the best.
I
It was
could
so
literally just
good.
scroll for hours.
Like,
Oh, yep. That's what we're doing now.
Liza?
I know.
Dude, do you remember Liza?
Yes.
From Vine?
Yep.
She was my
Yes.
fucking all-time favorite.
I loved her. She was so funny.
Oh my god.
Isn't that where Gabby got her start too? Gabby Hanna or
I
whatever?
think so.
Uh-huh. Gabby Hanna, a train wreck now. Sorry, girl, if you see this. You probably won't, but... you should just hit the brakes a little bit. I don't know. Some people say that the only reason she acts like that sometimes is like to get more views because she's got a new album releasing or something.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, but I don't think so because she legit seems like she has some mental things going on.
Okay, but I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Can we talk about how far TVs has come to?
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Like, considering, like, you can basically get them like a fucking computer now.
Yep. Can we talk about Tamagotchis? Tamagotchis were the shit, but mine died a lot.
What about Furby?
Shit's scary.
You don't like Furby?
I had one and it terrified me.
I loved it. The
no,
little
because
gremlins.
anytime you would move,
You don't like
it
them
would-
either?
No, because I thought there was a legit camera in there, just watching my every move.
Oh my god! I need to tell you.
Thank
about
you.
This. I need
you.
to tell you about this though. You know those mechanical dogs or whatever that they
Yeah.
have.
Yes.
Those toys. Well, I told my parents I wanted a dog or whatever. Of course, guess what they get me?
Okay, finish the story though, because I know there's more. There's always more.
Not really. That was pretty much it. That's what they got me, and of course I like played with it for a while. But like, it's
And then
not
I
a dog.
And then it got tossed to the side, like your parents.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your parents thought they were right about everything. Yeah.
Yeah, they always think they're right about everything, but no, because it's a fucking toy, and I got bored of it. I'm not gonna get bored of a living creature. I didn't get bored of my hamster. I built like a Lego palace for our hamster with my cousin.
I want to see pictures.
I don't think I have pictures of it, but it
I
was so
guarantee you
cute.
your mom has some somewhere.
Probably
She's
not.
gotta.
Toys have come
She's-
such a long
No,
fucking way,
she
too.
said my yes, most of my
Okay,
baby
well then your
pictures.
aunt. Someone's gotta have them though,
I
and I
know.
need to see them.
That reminds me of, what were those, like the eye dogs or whatever? Those like robot
That's what I had.
toy. Yeah.
That's exactly what I had.
And then what were those super popular ones? The ones with the fur that like barked and.
Boots with the fur.
Weren't those just called fur babies?
I think so.
For real friends.
For real friends! That's what it was.
I remember when they came out with like the most
Mhm.
updated one, and it was like the best.
Okay.
I wanted one
Okay,
so
wait
bad.
wait though. Baby dolls. We have to talk about baby dolls now because the ones with the eyes that close on their own freak me the fuck out.
No.
Can't do it. Like if
No.
you tip it back and its eyes close,
No.
I can't handle that. I
Power
cannot
of
handle
Christ
it.
compels you.
And then, but then,
Holy water.
okay. Do you guys remember the milk and juice bottles and how
Yeah.
if you tipped it up
Yeah,
so far,
it
it
had,
would
like,
just
that-
disappear?
Yeah, it had
It
like
was
that goo
literally
stuff in
like
it, and it would
magic.
hide it in the cap.
It was magic.
Now that I'm an adult, I like know how it works.
I know. But
This
it's, I can't do it.
This is just that I mean the episode. That's all it is.
Pretty much.
I mean the.
Oh, and the evolution of like Disney movies and other movies.
Oh my
because
God.
the CGI is nowadays is crazy. If you watch like an action thriller movie back from like the 90s, early 2000s, what a joke.
Yeah, like the.
And we thought it was so
It
realistic
was
and so good.
amazing.
Yeah.
Well, like even looking at like the Lion King movie now, like they CGI'd the whole thing.
Uh-huh. They sure did.
And it looks good.
You're talking about the live action, right?
Yeah, the live
Yeah.
action one. Yeah.
It's incredible.
They
That-
did with what's it called? Why can I not think of the name of it? It just left me.
Bye.
Do we need to hit you in the head with a rock?
The Jungle
guy
Book.
from the Croods?
The Jungle Book live
Oh
action
yeah,
they did too.
yep. Whenever I think of CGI, I just think of that scene from Harry Potter where he's riding the broom. It's the first Quidditch game.
Oh, and he's like
And
wiggling
he's
around
yeah.
like this
And
weird
it's so
CGI
obviously
puppet.
fake. But I remember seeing that for the first time being
And
like,
thinking it was
Wow.
just amazing.
that's incredible.
I know, but rewatching the movies now, I'm like, oh, it's bad.
It's really bad.
Yeah, like
that's-
bubble popped.
Mhm.
Fantasy gone.
God.
There's no bones left.
But since it took them so long to like make all of the movies, the CGI just keeps
It
getting
got
as you
better and
go.
better and better.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, if they make, let's be honest, if they make movies right, like the CGI really doesn't matter because you're
So
involved in it
enthralled
for
with
the
everything
with
else.
Right.
the characters and the storyline.
Yeah, it's gonna look great even if it's shit.
Like one of my favorite shows, Once Upon a Time. CGI, not great. Storyline, I love it.
Wonderful. 10 out of 10
Oh yeah,
would
it's
recommend.
so corny, but it's such a good show that like you can forgive all that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can just be like, it's fine.
I remember the other night when we watched the episode with like the flames on the ground or whatever, not the Nether, but like the one where the castle was burning and Regina was
yeah.
there or whatever. So bad.
Ew.
The fire was so bad.
Dun 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 dun.
Regina theme music.
I love her.
I love her too. She's
like
such
my
a good
favorite.
villain.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of good villains. I liked Pan a lot. He was a pretty good villain.
Mm-hmm.
And then definitely Cora was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of my favorites too was Zelina, her sister.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was really good too.
Excuse me.
No excuse for you.
I was waiting for that.
There isn't.
Do we have any more thoughts about technology?
I mean, we could really go on for days about
We
this.
could.
But
I don't think we need to. I think y'all know.
and if you really want to know what it was like in the 90s, Google it.
Yeah.
Google it. Oh wait,
The
we
kids
forgot
to-
one
The kids
crucial
today
thing.
will never know.
One crucial thing that we are missing. MySpace.
Stop it!
I cannot log into my MySpace anymore, even though I'm pretty sure I put in the password and all of my information right.
Taking new MySpace pictures.
No, when you did the half heart in the mirror. In the mirror. So the mirror is here, my hand is here, and it reflects, so there's a heart.
Cause tonight will be the
That I will fall for you.
no copyright.
No copyright. And that also was us singing really badly, so I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, I don't know what
Sorry,
the
secondhand serenade.
I don't know what the obsession was with it.
The RAR.
Yeah,
RAR XD, bitches.
I was a RAR XD girl.
But it was
Me.
RAWR, capital XD.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And like, why were we so obsessed with fucking emo ass bathroom selfies? Why were we obsessed with emo ass bathroom selfies? You can clearly see the like school bathroom tile.
Because we
So bad.
It's because we didn't always have selfie cams.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Oh, remember when you had to turn your phone around?
Yeah, you
and
turn your and hope
and
that you got
hope
a good
that you were clicking it right,
Yep.
and then it's like, oh,
And
it's fine
taking the
as long
pictures
as,
in the mirror.
Yeah.
as
That was
long
the
as I
only
have
way.
the shutter sound on, I can tell it's fine.
Yep. Yep. Specifically would turn my phone up in the bathroom to make the shutter sound.
And then remember when they like finally updated the button so you could hit like the side volume button so you could take
Yes,
the picture. So
so
it's like, oh, it's so much easier.
yeah, they didn't do that
Let's see
until I
if
was
that one
out of
turned
high
out.
school. So again, I'm the oldest here. I'm 3 years
She's
older
like
than
the
you.
crypt keeper.
Kips Creeper?
The
Realm.
crypt keeper.
I fucked up your fuck up. And I'm like 6 years older than you, right? Yeah. 6 years younger, 3 years younger. I was graduated by the time the button selfie thing came out.
Mm. She'll
Yeah.
die first.
Maybe. You don't know. Might kill you in your
I
sleep
was
someday.
gonna say she could be responsible for
free.
your death.
I know where you sleep.
Feel free.
Oh, well, JK,
Less
I would
bills
never.
to pay.
Would you stop being so fucking dramatic for 2 seconds, please? We all know the world's shit right now, and pay sucks, and bills suck,
Mm-hmm.
and adulting sucks.
The only reason I don't kill myself is I'm afraid I might be crippled instead, and that's worse.
My high school teacher had a cousin who tried to kill himself, and he ended up just shooting off his bottom jaw, and now he has to live like that forever. I just feel like...
See, yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Like, if I want to kill myself, I hope it happens.
Anyways, that was a very morbid little
also-
story, but it just reminded me
It's
of it.
also too much work. Anywho, you can find us at Boss Ravioli
Things that don't make
Queens
sense.
on Facebook and
wrong with you?
YouTube. Or you can also email us at bossravioliqueens@gmail.com.
Did you drop TikTok too?
Oh yeah, TikTok is also at Boss Ravioli Queens.
No
It's all
capitals,
the
no
same.
spaces.
It's all a fucking thing.
And please don't forget to like and subscribe.
Thank you. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.